Alright, picture this. You're rolling down the highway, city lights bouncing off chrome, that big bold grille staring down traffic like it owns the road. People move over without you even asking. Heads turn. Phones come out. And you haven't even touched the best part yet. Because the upcoming 2026 Cadillac Escalade? Yeah, it's not just another refresh. It's a whole statement. Now I need you to stay with me till the end of this video, because what Cadillac is about to do with this SUV might completely change how we look at full-size luxury rides. There's a twist in this new model that most people are not expecting, and trust me, when we get to that part, you're gonna have opinions. So don't skip. Let's talk about it. First off, let's be real. The Escalade has always been the king of the big-body SUV game. From the early 2000s hip-hop era where it basically became a celebrity on wheels, all the way to the latest generation with that insane curved OLED screen, Cadillac has kept this thing bold, loud, and unapologetically American. And for 2026, they're not shrinking back. They're doubling down. The exterior is getting sharper, more aggressive, more futuristic but still classic Escalade. The front grille is expected to be wider and more illuminated, with slimmer LED headlights that stretch out like a signature stare. And yeah, the vertical lighting? Still there. Because Cadillac knows that's part of the identity. It's like the Escalade's face card, it never declines. The body lines are rumored to be cleaner but stronger. Less bulky, more sculpted. And I'm talking about that smooth confidence, not trying too hard, just naturally intimidating. Bigger wheel options too, potentially up to 24 inches from factory. And if that's true, oh man. Factory 24s. That's wild. Now here's where things get really interesting. The hybrid situation. Yes. Hybrid. I know. Some of y'all are already in the comments like, don't mess with my V8. Relax. Cadillac isn't killing the V8 legacy. The 6.2-liter V8 is still expected to stick around for the traditionalists. But the 2026 Escalade is likely bringing in a hybrid powertrain option that blends that big American muscle feel with smarter efficiency. And honestly, it makes sense. Gas prices aren't playing around, and buyers in this segment want power, but they also want to feel like they're not burning through fuel like it's 2008. The hybrid setup is expected to deliver strong torque, probably even quicker off the line than the regular V8. Instant electric torque in a full-size SUV? That's gonna feel different. Imagine pulling up at a light in something this massive, and it moves like it's lighter than it looks. That's a flex. Now let me ask you this. Would you actually choose the hybrid Escalade over the traditional V8? Or is the sound of that V8 rumble just too iconic to give up? Drop that in the comments, because I already know that debate is gonna get heated. And speaking of heated, let's talk about the Escalade-V. If Cadillac keeps the V version alive for 2026, and all signs say they will, that's still gonna be the performance monster of the lineup. Supercharged V8. Insane horsepower. A 3-row SUV that can embarrass sports cars at a stoplight. That's the type of energy the Escalade-V brings. But here's the crazy part, if the hybrid tech evolves enough, what if we see an electrified performance Escalade-V down the road? That's a conversation not enough people are having. Now let's move inside. Because if the outside says, power, the inside says, private jet. Cadillac already set the bar high with that curved 38-inch OLED display. It wraps around the driver like a digital cockpit from the future. For 2026, expect that tech to get even smoother. Faster interface. Cleaner graphics. More customization. Probably even deeper integration with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And the sound system? Come on. AKG massive. Road trip ready. Family ready. Executive ready. Now here's something I'm curious about. If you had to choose, are you taking the standard length Escalade or the ESV extended version? Because that extra length? It's not subtle. It's yacht level big. Let's switch gears and talk about off-road capability. Now nobody's pretending the Escalade is a rock crawler like some hardcore trail rigs. But Cadillac has been slowly making it more versatile. With adaptive air suspension, selectable drive modes, and potentially improved AWD tuning, the 2026 Escalade could handle rough terrain way better than people expect. Imagine taking something this luxurious off the beaten path. Dirt roads, snowy cabins, mountain trips, and still pulling up looking like a VIP. That's the balance Escalade plays so well. And here's where the competition comes in. The 2026 Escalade isn't living in a bubble. It's going up against heavy hitters like the Lincoln Navigator, Jeep Grand Wagoneer, and even high-end imports like the Mercedes-Benz GLS. But the Escalade has something those don't fully capture, that cultural weight. When you see an Escalade, you know what it is instantly. It carries status without even trying. It's been in music videos, movies, red carpets. It's part of American car culture. But here's the question, is that legacy enough in 2026 when... And here's the wild part, people are still gonna line up. Because in this segment, buyers aren't just paying for transportation. They're paying for presence, comfort, tech, and brand image. But let me ask you something real quick, if you're dropping $100,000 on an SUV, are you going fully loaded or are you saving a little and keeping it mid-trim? Be honest. Now compared to older Escalade generations, the 2026 model feels like the most balanced evolution yet. Early models were all about size and image. Later generations added refinement. The current generation brought serious tech and suspension upgrades. But this next one? It feels like it's combining power, efficiency, tech, and versatility all into one package. And that hybrid option might be the bridge between old-school Escalade fans and new-school eco-conscious buyers. But here's the part one told you to wait for. If Cadillac nails the hybrid tuning and keeps that Escalade personality intact, meaning it still feels bold, still sounds strong, still moves with authority, this could be the sweet spot model before everything eventually. So the 2026 Escalade could end up being that perfect in-between era vehicle. Modern, but still classic. Efficient, but still powerful. That's why this model year matters more than people think. And I want to know, do you think full-size luxury SUVs even have a future in an all-electric world? Or is the Escalade always gonna survive in some form? Because if there's one thing Cadillac understands, it's reinvention without losing identity. The 2026 Escalade isn't just another yearly update. It's Cadillac reading the room. Bigger tech, smarter powertrains, sharper styling, more options, and still that unmistakable road presence. If you're someone who wants to roll big, sit high, ride smooth, and pull up like you own the place, this thing is speaking your language. And I have a feeling once the official forget, like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss what's coming next.